Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a divine messenger, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. Welcome in everyone. Okay, so let's get started on the energy and see what's going on. We're just going to get right into the cards and see. I'm still feeling the galactic star. Let's see what's going on with the energies today. It is the 11th. Okay, October 11th. All readings are timeless. Know that, right? As time is just a construct here in this 3D realm. So, anytime you find this, it's meant for you. Right away, the Ace of Cups on the split with the Eight of Cups. Interesting. So, for some of you, you're walking away from a love connection. Okay. Is it because you're going towards another? Well, we're going to have to get into more cards to see what that's about. Alright, so what's going on with this Eight of Cups, Ace of Cups? Justice. Well, that's what's going on. You're getting justice. Now, I was feeling it as, it was more feeling like, for me when I seen those cards, is it was like you're walking away to go towards love, but at the same time you're ending something. So it's more like you're walking towards a new love connection, leaving one behind, is what I was feeling. But I wanted to get more cards to confirm that. But seeing justice come out is already confirming that for me, because it's like, if somebody's leaving a connection to go towards another, then obviously it's because you weren't feeling as though you were getting the right love. And for there to be justice, it's almost like, yeah, I'm not getting treated right. And it's like you're going to see something better. Okay, the Chariot. It has to do with elevation, because you've elevated, you've raised your vibrational frequency. So you could not be in it. You have vibrated out of like alignment with somebody. And that's why you've called in your next level, your next timeline. And that's why you could feel so like, wow, like, yeah, I have love for this person, but I'm not in love with them anymore. If you find that you're in love with somebody else, that's kind of a sign like, wow, I'm drawn. And especially when you change levels of consciousness, like I think we kind of punished ourselves a little bit, and that's why, like, in a way, I think, like, marriage is a way to kind of bind some lovers, and to me, it's just, it's way too much of, because it's like, if you come into an alignment with somebody and then you lock down and you get married, but you're still evolving consciously, you're going to outgrow people, and then you could feel guilty and feel like you're entrapped and stuck in, you know what I mean, in a connection because of a marriage contract, but really it's binding you to that person instead of you being free. And you know what I mean? Like, I know that when we have love for people, we want to feel like we're going to be with them forever because we never want to stop loving them, but our souls do not stop growing, okay? And you do outgrow people and situations, and you do have multiple soulmates, and that's what I'm getting is, you know, I keep talking about marriage. Maybe somebody is contemplating whether or not to get out of a marriage. For some of you, it could be just a spiritual marriage, okay? It doesn't always have to be a physical contract, but it could literally be because you have such a strong bond, especially if this was a past life lover where you had past life incarnations. But in this lifetime, you had an agreement and a plan, a contract to come together to teach each other a lesson, to teach each other something. That's why you have the remembrance and the patience and things like that. But still, when you've completed that contract, your next level has came in. And that's what I feel like is happening here. So it's not always like, I'm going to get out of this relationship because I deserve better. I know I said that in the beginning, but maybe it's just like, you know, that it is time for your next level spiritual contract that the person can't fulfill for you anymore. Like, but with justice coming out, I mean, there could have been injustices, especially if somebody was triggering with some sort of wounds, trauma, whatever, then they weren't loving you or treating you the way that you deserved, right? But, you know, it's more confirming with the Chariot coming out here that you it's a vibrational ascension with the Chariot for me. Just a minute. Just a minute. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so, yeah, so there's a vibrational shift here. I'm picking up too, this definitely could have been with solar flares that have been coming from the sun. Okay, so this could be very recent. We've been having a lot of solar flares with heightened energy that's coming, that is causing massive awakenings and acceleration. That could be like all of a sudden why you're like, wow, like I just feel differently. You know what I mean? And like, especially if this healed some of the wounds and trauma that you had, because now if you felt like you were in a match with your person before, but now you don't because you've healed that wound, like they're not mirroring that, you're not mirroring the trauma with them anymore. So that could be why you feel as though you don't really, like if you've ever been in a relationship and you're just like, you felt so in sync, and then all of a sudden you look at them like, wow, you're so immature. It's kind of like that, because you've healed from it. You have raised your level of consciousness. They have not. Okay, so. All right, so the Queen of Wands is coming out with the Death card here. So there's definitely a transformation, and I feel that you are now in this energy of really like taking action, charge, control, passion. Okay. Wow, this is so beautiful. Looking at these cards, you can literally see plasma coming from the sun, okay? And that's what I was picking up on, like solar flares and things like that. You know, and the way that we perceive the solar flares, like the way that they explain how we receive them, is really not correct. Okay, I was getting a download on this yesterday and the night before, where it was really explaining to me how the solar flares really work with the energy, because it's energetic, and some of the frequencies that come through go straight to our consciousness and our level, that it's it integrates us from within. So it's I'm really just, I can't even explain it. I'm gonna try, but maybe look into it. Maybe you'll, you know, if you just ask, if you're wanting to be shown this, just, you know, be open and you will get guided to it. That's why I always say the universe reveals the secrets to the ones that are looking and asking for it, right? Like I wanted to know all the inner workings of the universe, so all I did is just ask, and it all started coming to me, right? So much has been getting revealed to me, and yeah, I maybe sometime I'll be able to explain it all, but it was very, very high tech and technological that it's just hard for me to explain. But anyway, because I feel that some of you are wanting to know, but I can't really put it into words. Okay, this galactic intelligence. All right, so anyway, just know that you've integrated, okay, you've raised your vibrational frequency, you're at a higher level of consciousness. Okay, so your soul is requiring new things. Like that's what I've been starting to realize, like I need to be with more that are with me and on my level. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you go so far, like, yeah, like I need to be able to connect with more on my level. The moon's coming out here, 7 of Wands. Wow, I'm picking up a lot of the black and the white too, and the conversions of that. 7 of Wands, having boundaries and distance. For some of you, like, you're going to need to put certain boundaries up and kind of leave them there. You know, the way that she's got those wands, the way that she's looking at those wands too, like, I'm going to put those out, I'm going to leave those there. Like, I feel like you're setting, like, I'm hearing setting the tone. I feel like maybe you're like, you're setting things, you're just like, I'm going to say this, like, we're going to leave this here. Like, it's this energy, is like maybe somebody's like always like, I'm just going to put it into an example, like maybe somebody's like always calling you, messaging you, whatever, and you finally, and you don't answer, and then finally you answer, and you're like, you know what, I see all your messages coming in. The fact that I choose to not respond is because I'm choosing not to engage with you, okay? And so you need to stop right now. I'm warning you right now, stop messaging me, you know, maybe send one. If I don't respond, I ain't talking to you, okay? So you wait for me to respond, because if you don't, I'm going to take further action, you know? So there's something like that where you you really setting boundaries up. That's beautiful. Okay. I feel they're being back too. I feel like whatever you say, like you being watched. See how that ship is hovering over her and watching her and illuminating her? I feel that you have backing too. I feel like all you need to do is just simply say some things. And if people want to go past the boundaries that you have done and said, now they're going to have to, deal with the consequences of that. You know, and it's interesting, as I was just telling my daughter this the other day, I was like, you know, when people are trying to project on you, when people are being warlocks in your world, and they are projecting on you, they're spell casting because they're talking about you, telling you what you're going to experience and what's going to happen if you do or don't do certain situations. I said, you need to start standing up for yourself, and you need to start telling them, stop talking about my life. Stop projecting and spell casting on me with words coming from your mouth. You need to stop saying my name. Stop talking about my life. Stay in your own lane. I said, you need to start doing that. You need to start telling people. Whether they choose to listen or not, you've now told them. And that's also your way of projecting that energy back on themselves, right? Now, people need to learn. You need to stop doing that. That is spell casting. You're not to hold judgment on another. You're not to talk about another person's life, especially projecting. And I know it's hard as parents. You know, we like to say that. We like to tell our children what's going to happen and things like that. But my daughter's grown now. She's 19, and she's still getting heavily manipulated and controlled by others. We're going to leave it there. So, but I was saying, all you have to do is set the tone, right? And the fact that now you're telling them not to, now they choose to not listen. Well, it's already been heard now. And now they're going to have to deal with the consequences, you know, because I very much have protection in place for her, as all my children do. All my family does. I take my loved ones, whether they're near me or afar, very seriously. And they all are heavily protected, right? So know that. If you want stuff to stop happening in your world, a lot of people think that I'm personally doing things. A true alchemist does not. I don't engage in that energy. I mean, I may reverse, and you get all the things that you send out to me right back at yourself. So really, if you want them to stop projecting, stop casting, stop speaking my name out of your mouth, stop speaking my children's names out of your mouth. Sorry, that needed to go out to the system, right? But it's to show you how to do that in people in your world as well. Strength is here, temperance is here. So there's definitely higher protection. That's what I'm saying. I don't have to handle it anymore. It's handled for. I got far too much other things to do. I'm going to stay in my beautiful frequency over here. And they know that. Right? Okay. That's what I mean. I don't hold on to anger. Everything's handled for me. So why would I need to? Why would I need to hold on to lower vibrational energy? I don't. Lovers is here. Ooh. See, I told you there's some sort of... there's a strong love connection here. I'm seeing a dragon up here too. Looks like a water dragon. I'm getting an ancient. It's interesting, as I was watching with my family last night, the new How to Train Your Dragon. There was so many different beautiful dragons. Oh my gosh. So many. There's something with the dragons and bringing together some sort of union to protecting. Dragon realm is converging with this realm, but it's protecting a very powerful, could be bringing in a very powerful ancient love. I'm getting Lemuria vibes too with this. It's interesting, I was getting things, remembrance from Lemuria last night. Page of Discs. Page of Discs is coming out. The Eight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician. Wow. Gosh, I love this card. It's so beautiful. With the wheels. So you're manifesting your beautiful, your highest timeline. It's very beautiful. What am I at? 14. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm almost out of time. 15:27 is all I have available, and it was 14:22. So we got about a minute here. So I'm sending love and light to all of you, as always. Nine of Discs is coming out here. Seeing your beautiful energy. Seven of Swords and the Star. See, you're healing from some sort of deception. Maybe this reading alone helped you realize to send love to your enemies, because you know what? That's the frequency that you're radiating. You know, even though all their secrets and their things, it's just to show you their level of consciousness. It's just to show you how immature they are, how much healing they still need, right? So by sending them love, you're transmuting that energy. I mean, yeah, it's not coming to you. It's not affecting you. That's why it's really important for you to send love and light always, even when people are doing harm on you, because a lot of times they don't even realize while they're doing it. It's really coming from a wounded place. Okay? So send them love and light, and stay in that vibration. Know that everything is handled for you, right? And yeah, take a look at some more readings.